It's going to kill us if we do not take care of ourselves. We have to give each other support so that we know that we're not alone in this insanity, this nightmare. But I have a lot of hope because you know, and what's her name? Megan Kelly is doing a lot of work, talking to a lot of women also. She is exposing, the whole thing behind the sorority incidents, with that lunatic. And even, you know, Caitlyn Jenner, I mean, I hate to reference him, but he called that guy a pervert, a sexual pervert. The guy in the sorority that was watching the girls, and he's trying to get in the house, the young women, the sorority
Yeah.
house. I can't remember the state. And, so, that's really, I think it's important that a tranny is like, calling another self-ID lunatic of sexual pervert is what they are. They all are. Most 99.9% of them are. We have to change the narrative on this "Don't Say Gay" bill, because that's not what it is.
Yeah.
He's being demonized, and I don't remember the name of the bill. Do you remember the name of the bill?
Parental rights.
Parental rights. Okay, so the narrative on that is that it's "Don't Say Gay," and we have to change that, because parental rights are not "Don't Say Gay." We need an army of really good women.
Yeah. We are the army now, aren't we?
Yeah. And I was just listening to Andrea Dworkin last night about loyalty and women. It was I think it was a C-SPAN book club thing or something, where it was so great, to hear these, she said, we really have to be loyal to each other, and help each other. And I think we're getting to that point where everybody's coming together, no matter what our other politics are. This is the most important issue.
Belfast.
I popped out there to go to a different space, and it's Andrea Dworkin sort of reading intercourse, and I was, the whole P and V sex, kind of, penis in vagina sex, and the way they describe that, it just kind of turns me a wee bit, so I couldn't really continue with it. Because I was like, well, I'm not a lesbian, so I really enjoy that type of sex. I just don't call it P and V. But yeah, it's interesting the way the world is going at the moment. So where, if you disagree with someone, then that means they're a terrible, horrible person. And if you agree with them, that means they're sweetness and light and lovely. I do find it interesting, and it is late at night for me, so I'm not going to talk very long.
Thank you for that. I try my best to keep everybody informed as much as possible, It's really hard for me to stay on top of things because it's global news. Every time
I'm so sorry for mentioning the P&B stuff, because it just kind of threw me. Because I think being a straight woman, it's completely different. You kind of like, you don't maybe see it in the same way as maybe a lesbian woman, and you're kind of like, oh, no, I quite like that, but I don't like it being called P and V. Oh, geez. So sorry about that, but I just it just threw me when I heard it. I was just like, oh shit, we're talking about P and V. It just reminds me of the rhetoric of the tra. I'm just kind of going, no, I don't like it. I don't like this rhetoric, because it just doesn't suit me. And maybe, I'm maybe just a wee straight woman that hasn't written enough books.
I haven't written any, so I'm right there in the same boat with you.
Good evening, folks. Well, it's good evening here. Good morning. I am shocked that sex is now being classified as PIV. That's quite
It's
funny,
mad, isn't
actually. I shit you not. I am so glad I was not on that space. Now, for me, since I haven't had sex in about fucking 7 years, it really is no matter. I think everything has closed up down there. Sorry, Zach, your poor ears. But um, even
have it
coming through.
described in such a clinical way, though. I mean,
Oh Jesus,
I'm so
it's
sorry,
like
isn't it so
fuck.
clinical?
Oh God, I mean, it's like we we have all been subjected in recent years. And I'm very late to the party, I have to say, to words and language that are completely foreign and are just, I mean, you know me, Belfast and Zach, and I would have classed myself as a pretty liberal, easygoing person. Am I living in some fucking twilight zone? Um, all I can say is, girls and boys, thanks very much. I am so pleased to have got my kids up until adulthood.
Thank you, Zach, and then GJ.
It's sort of enlightened me a whole lot. Um, like there was an experience that happened, fuck, it's probably 9 months ago. That's all water under the bridge. But this one is a lot more personal, and it shows me how much it's affecting, um, you know, real transgender people, and I'll get to what I mean. I'm a bisexual guy. Like I'm a man. Like that's really it. You know what I mean in terms of like identity and labels and stuff. You know what I mean. There's not 4 million. That's just the way it is. But as one does at 18, 19 years old, you're dating people. As I am doing right now, and this one guy that I'm having really good conversations with, is a transgender man.
At the end of the day, trans have been in existence for decades. I myself know two people. I have, in the course of my work, had to help a trans victim. Now, would I have, as a police officer, gone to that person and treated them any differently than I would have anyone else? The vast majority of trans people, whether they be male to female, female to male, are not doing anyone any harm in living their lives. You have those opinions, and they are valid. I am not taking away your right for your opinion.